People underestimate how good a coach Mike Vrabel is, bro.
They do it every year, man. They underestimate our physicality. They underestimate what a run game, elite run game can do to you. They underestimate what our defense is. They do it every single season. They just think they see Tannehill and our little receiving core and think that we just not gonna win nothing.
People gotta understand as well. I mean, everybody wants to win the Super Bowl. It's a process to get there. When you on a mission or whatever, I mean, you set goals. That's why I always mention, hey man, we need to worry about winning this division, get to the playoffs. Ain't nobody selling for mediocrity. All that foolishness y'all say.
So I got a dream that I'm gonna be at the top of the scene. On every screen, making my presence something to be seen, yeah. I'll make them all see that I could be anything I wanna be. If you got a dream, then you need persistence and lots of belief, yeah. Yo, don't take that negative energy, I replace that. I just wanna be me, I don't fake that. I just wanna be free, yeah, chase that. I got a new obsession, it's helping and teaching and giving everyone a lesson. It's living and winning and building something that's impressive. I don't wanna do the same thing, I wanna be progressive, so I'ma make a new me, a new beast, a true fiend. He's everything that he wants to be. Look in the mirror, what he wants to see. It's a dude looking back at me. I stay on track, yeah, track things. I'm setting goals, life hacking. I'm steady stacking. I see myself being happy. A better me with a strategy that I'm attacking.
Yes, sir, baby. Welcome to the Tennessee Titans podcast. It's your boy RJ in the building, man. We're here to support these Titans. Got my other host in the building, man. What's going on with you? We'll start off with Firestone, man. Tell them what the good word is,
man. Good, excited, man. We got a new time, new show, new intro, bro. Hey, man, it's a good day. I'm loving it, man. How y'all doing?
Man, we lit on a Friday night, man. Let's go ahead and get to it, man.
Hey, I like it though, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's the perfect time. You know, people are just now getting off work. They need something to hear. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes, man. You know how it goes. And
absolutely, bro. I'm loving the new time. Now we ain't got to compete with Thursday night football. We got Fridays, right as people's getting off work, right before they go and do what they doing on a Friday night. So nice little squeeze in little spot right here. And, you know, things will pick up a little bit once the regular season gets going. We got some more things to talk about. For right now, though, we're going to be hitting on Fridays every Friday now. So y'all make sure y'all set your reminders for that. So how you doing, Morocco? How's your day been, man?
Man, hectic, man, but I'm blessed to be here, man.
I feel it, man. A lot going on with this Titans. Well, I mean, it's a lot, but it's a little, man. We still sitting here anticipating, you know, with the D-Hop situation, wondering what that's really going to be. So, I mean, if y'all wanted to, we can go ahead and start with that topic right there with the D-Hop situation. Are y'all seeing, like, are y'all still believing that he might come here, or, you know, how y'all feeling since we last talked with the D-Hop situation?
Let's see how I feel about D-Hop. I don't know, man. I want to hop on the hype train, but at the same time, I got my heart broken so many times by this darn team when it comes to free agents that I'm not gonna get too excited. But if it, like I said though, I've said it throughout this whole process. If it comes down to the Titans and the Patriots, I think the Titans are a better option to me. And I'm gonna keep saying that. I'm not gonna veer away from it. The Titans are a better option than New England Patriots. Like, who wants to go play in that super hard division and be the worst team in that division? And when you could come to the AFC South, where we're clearly the top two team in that division, man, and we have a chance to get to the playoffs. When you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. So,
yeah, Morocco.
Man, I think differently every day. I mean, some days I think, you know, the Titans got this. It's just all about timing. And then other days I be feeling like it's another team gonna come into the equation and backdoor us. And I've pretty much made it up in my mind that whatever going to happen is going to happen. And I'm prepared for life with or without D-Hop.
Yeah, I think we're fine with or without him. I mean, we're gonna compete for the division.
Yeah, we're definitely in a better situation with him. But I'm kind of with y'all. I think it's leaning towards us right now. But as Titans fans, we've learned not to get our hopes up because sometimes they get spoiled or they get crushed right at the end. So Trying not to get my hopes up, but bro, it kind of looks like this is where it's going to kind of be with how the situation is and what teams have been interested, unless somebody comes in at the very last minute. But I don't see him doing anything until right around preseason. I don't think he's trying to come in and train. I don't think he's really trying to do anything like that. And on top of that, if that's what you're really trying to do is wait till the very last minute to truly come in too, why wouldn't you go with the team that you already got some familiarity with, the system that Tim Kelly will run, that Mark Vrabel likes to run, because you've already been a part of it. So you can miss a little bit of time because some of the terminology, some of the lingo, some of the stuff is going to be already familiar for you. So you ain't got as big of a learning curve.
Yeah, he says I don't think D-Hop decides anything before preseason. He said he don't want to practice fully in a regular season. He sure ain't doing any offseason programs. I will say though is that I do believe that he's gonna decide like right before training camp. Like, I don't think I think I'm not saying that he wants to go through it, but like he at least want to be acclimated with the team right before training camp. Because training camp is just that you have to go through that to be, into the see what the team is about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and get chemistry with your QB, so that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. What y'all thinking? When he gonna sign?
Man, he's got to sign soon. I mean, like I said, training camp right around the corner, and you don't want to wait too long to get in there because, man, he's got to get some sort of chemistry going with whatever quarterback or wide receiver group he's going to be playing with.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be right there around training camp, either like right before or maybe like after the first week. But I don't see it playing in long to around that training camp time.
Yeah, he said he's always built familiarity with his QBs despite not wanting to practice during the regular season.
True. Very good. Good
He
point.
said if he isn't in training camp, we may just resend our offer to. Yeah, I agree. If he's trying to wait till after training camp to sign, I wouldn't even want it. You know what I'm saying? That's some Julio Jones. You know what I'm saying? And it just be like it's on that path. If he doesn't go through training, like you got to go through training camp, man. Like, training camp most definitely important.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a red flag for me. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing, man. Major red flag if you don't want to get in there until after training camp.
He said the Jets starting safety went down with the ACL. Trade rumors are true. Buy to the Jets, but no, we're not trading Byard, bro.
No, bro. No.
Nah, man. I came on here with a Byard jersey. If that man get traded with his jersey on, man, I'm gonna feel like Firestone in the draft.
I'll tell you this too, that like I don't know if y'all saw too, but the Titans just had their media day the other day, where they're taking their pictures and everything for the seasons and the videos and all their graphic stuff for that. And Byard was there dressed up, a part of media day, taking pictures and all that stuff. So, bro, I don't think, at least I don't hope, or at least I hope that you wouldn't be taking pictures and having a person there wasting all that time if you had any options of trading him or any thoughts of possibly trading him and having the team working on making him in graphics for all year long. If you're going to do that, I don't see him going nowhere. I see him being a Titan.
Listen here, man. Kevin Byard not getting traded, man. We not even gonna put it out here on the show. They're one of the best Titans ever is getting traded, man. Like he is the best Titan safety. I love Blaine Bishop. And he is the best Titan safety to put on their uniform, man. Like come on, man. Like, he's not getting traded.
Nah, KB ain't going anywhere, man. If KB go anywhere, it'll be to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, right. Like, he is almost like he needs like 2 more All Pros, and he's a Hall of Famer. Like,
yeah, bro.
I mean, there's no decline in his play. I mean, he's still showing up. He still loves the team, man. So, I mean, I expect Kevin Byard to be here until he retires.
Most definitely. And speaking of decline, man, Jeffrey Simmons apparently was on Mike Greenberg's show, and he was talking with, I guess they must have had a substitute, but talking with a guy on there about Derrick Henry. I think it's a good listen. Y'all ready for a video?
Yes, sir.
Running back by the name of Derrick Henry. You've been around him now 4 seasons. What is it about Derrick Henry that makes him so special that we don't see? Obviously, we see him running the football, but the dude seems like he's about the same size as you running downhill. What is it about Derrick Henry that you see that a lot of other people don't get a chance to see every day?
I mean, we see it every now and then on social media, but just his work ethic, man. Like you know, he put so much work in. You know, I was talking to him right before we left, and you know, he trained up here in Dallas as well. And he said, I was like, man, I'm gonna come get some hills in with you. And I'm like, I think he said he run like 21 of them. I'm like, hold on, how many? And that hill, that's a pretty long hill. But when I talked to him, though, you know, it's just his mindset. You know, it was a day, you know, he'll come in and work out in the morning during the mini camp. And then, you know, I'm thinking he's done. He go to practice. And I see him going back to the weight room after the mini camp practice. I'm like, what you finna do? He said, about to get another lift in. Come on. I'm looking like, yeah, you different. So I think that's the thing with Derek, man. Just his work ethic, how much he put into this game. You know, what's going on year? I think 7 or 8 for him. I mean, you know, I don't see him decline. I just see, because his work ethic and the way he still getting out there, I just see him still keep elevating.
Yeah, you can see, man. Yeah. Derrick Henry, man, he's I don't that's why I say I've been telling people, man, he's like LeBron James, bro. Like, the dude he's just gonna be a good running back no matter what. I just feel like he mastered that position. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bro, his work ethic, we see it on social media. Some of the things he does working out wise, even like when he was recovering from the foot injury, bro, his work ethic is unreal. And I think if he's talking about that same hill we saw what Mr. Titan run on Twitter, bro, that's a long hill to be running 21 of them, bro. And it's straight uphill with a steep incline. That ain't no joke, bro. Them hills ain't no joke. So, man, that's where I think a lot of times people get misconstrued with Derrick Henry, is that, like, man, he's like, oh, there he's in year 7 or year 8, and it's like, man, but the first 2 or 3 years of it, like, Derrick Henry's still trying to get a feel for stuff. He didn't have all that mileage on him, all those carries and all those hits on him. He was still splitting time with a lot of running backs at beginning, so he really doesn't have all that rush on him. So he's kind of starting to get into the prime of him, even though this is usually when running backs fall off. But, man, he's kind of looking like Adrian Peterson when he came back after that ACL, man. He got some muscles on top of muscles, bro. He just looks good. And I can just see it being, I just don't understand why people doubt him so much and think it's about to be just at the end. Like, we don't see no slowing in his work ethic.
I love how Jeffrey Simmons I love how he just said, like, Derrick Henry after practice just casually asked him, you know, come on, let's get another lift in or whatever, man. I mean, Lord knows what they go through in practice. And for that man to be right back up in the weight room, man, just like y'all said, I mean, his work ethic is crazy. And it ain't too many other dudes in the league that's matching that work ethic. And to speak to Firestone's point about why everybody's doubting them or whatnot, what I got to say about that is stop sitting up waiting on the dude to fall off and appreciate his greatness.
Yes.
Because once Derrick Henry is gone, there's not going to be another Derrick Henry. I mean, I know somebody will be, you know, questioning me saying, well, we got Eddie George and we had Chris Johnson. I mean, look, man, appreciate greatness while it's here and don't take it for granted. Because for Derrick Henry, who was our running back, man? We weren't getting much production out of the running back position. I mean, DeMarco Murray came along and, you know, before that, I mean, we weren't getting much at all. So y'all just need to appreciate what this man got going on right now. Stop sitting up waiting on him to fall off just because the media is telling you that he's going to fall off because he's approaching 30.
Yeah.
Now,
And go ahead.
Well, I don't listen to the national media. I told you I'm done listening to national media about the Tennessee Titans, man. I was on Twitter today, man, and they on there praying for the Patriots to get Deandre Hopkins. Like, please be a Patriot, man. You're gonna compete for the AFC East. I'm like, man, no, bro. Like, no, they're not. The Patriots aren't it, man. And I'm trying to tell you, man. But back to Derrick Henry, man. Like, dude is I mean, he a tank, bro. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, he's gonna come out and he's gonna show you again why he the best running back in the league, and people are still gonna find a way to, oh, well, I wouldn't pay him after this season because of me. He gonna fall off in the next 4 years. Like, nah, as a Tennessee Titans, you keep paying him until he done, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't let him go on any other. You don't let that man go on another roster. I'm sorry, he's too good of a player for him to be on anybody else's roster.
Facts. And here's another stat too, and we've talked about this off the show, but maybe y'all don't know this on the other side of the screen. But since Derrick Henry has became a starter, no other skill position player has scored more points than Derrick Henry. No other. Not Tyreek Hill, not Travis Kelce, not none of these other players that y'all talk about all the time. Derrick Henry has scored the most points as a skilled player since he has became a starter. Stop sleeping on this man just because he's in Tennessee. He's a bona fide player. He's a bona fide best running back in the league, and y'all want to keep depleting him. Like, he had a horrible running offensive line last year, and he still broke 1,000 yards. There's running backs in the league that got great offensive lines and can't break 1,000 yards. Let's keep it 100, right? That's why they're not on teams no more, Ezekiel Elliott. All right. So let's not sit here and talk like Derrick Henry's falling off. He's not falling off.
No.
And let me throw this out here. Damn the position. Quit looking at the fact that he's a running back. Look at him as an impact player, because that's exactly what he is. And you don't just sit up and wait on impact players to fall off. And you damn sure don't try to get rid of them while they still productive. I don't know why people acting like Derrick Henry didn't just rush for 1,500 yards behind that trash offensive line last season.
Yes.
No running back is running for 1,500 behind that line. I don't know. Nobody in the league. And for people that want to say Nick Chubb better than Derrick Henry, I mean, yeah, Nick Chubb has the credentials. He's a great running back, but he's not Derrick Henry. I'm sorry. He's not. He's a great running back. And I like Nick Chubb. I could watch him play any other Sunday. But he's not better than Derrick Henry. Yeah, I'll stand on that until the day I die. He's not better than Derrick Henry.
Damn sure
he ain't better than him. He wasn't better than him in college. He wasn't better than him in high school. He so as hell ain't better than him in the NFL, man. He stopped the cap, bro. Yeah. He stopped the cap. Y'all gonna see this season when we have a line that can actually make holes for the king. You gonna see that you can't stop him. Yeah, these people are still putting 8 people in the box. Why? What you mean he falling off? When he falling, you know when he's falling off when they start putting 7 and 6 people in the box to stop Derrick Henry. That's when you know he fell off.
How is falling off when everybody's loading the boxes, putting 8 and 9 men in the box, and you're still racking up 1,500 yards? How is that falling off?
Yeah,
exactly. I just don't get it.
Oh, just because you guys give him the ball all the time, 30 carries a game. Like, why? I mean,
much last year like that.
I will say in this point in his career, he does need a Tajay Sharp or a running back to go with him. Like, he can't just do it all by himself. Like, when he come out the field, man, like, we still got to be effective without him, you know? So that's why I'm like,
I think they got to get creative with it, with no sweeps, end arounds, options, stuff like that, because we got to figure out how to get other people's the ball and runs type situations while Derrick Henry is still on the field, because they know when Derrick Henry comes off the field, like last year when Derrick Henry wasn't on the field, watch running back pass. We know that's the time when running back pass is coming. And that's something that's been good to see too in OTAs, is seeing that Derrick Henry's really working on catching, really looking over the shoulder catching and all that stuff, because we know that when another running back coming in, you automatically know it's a run play, not only because another running back came in, but because teams know that Derrick Henry is not the greatest pass catcher. And when he usually leaves and another running back comes in and you're in shotgun, they know we're swinging that running back out and we're probably trying to force him the ball. And that's why he's there. It was just very predictable with Todd Downing.
I agree with what they do say. He said best runs come behind the left guard. We gave him the best left guard we can this season. And people don't understand how big of a draft pick that Peter Skoronski. I know we got the video when we were live on here and we were mad about the pick. We just didn't really know about dude like that. But now that you do your research and you see that the Titans are going to he could play left guard and left tackle, I think it was the right pick, you know. And we question Red Carthon with that draft, and at the same time, if he gets DeAndre Hopkins, he did nothing but just prove us all wrong. You remember I was saying that after the draft, I was like, look, man, I get it, man. We all want a wide receiver, but we really just need one wide receiver. Like, we know what we have. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we just use all the wide receivers. You get what I'm saying? So.
Nah, they getting on to you about what you said a while ago, RJ. Saying, did he say Tajay Short? You know who he meant, man.
Tajay Short.
Yeah, he said Tajay Short. I think you were talking about the running back that we got.
Oh, my fault. I meant the Tajay Spears.
Yeah.
Tajay Spears, man.
Yeah, I said, he got to come with a Tajay Spears. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My bad. I was talking about
what's going on with you, Matt, man? Happy you in the building, man. Thanks for everybody that's out here watching on this Friday night, man. I mean, we finna take this thing to another notch, man. I mean, we ain't out here competing with anybody else at any other time slot. So Friday night, hey man, we finna break the knob.
Yeah, I like Friday nights, man. Like I said, man, we go ahead and knock this podcast out, man. If you're going to go party or go skating or something, man, or bowling, you can go do that right after the podcast. You feel me? So, yeah, perfect time.
And we ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I promise you.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I know somebody else had a graphic they wanted to pull up too, or talk about as well.
I got you. Hold on. It's okay. So here's the AFC power rankings from Pro Football Talk, and I if you look at this, man, I'm gonna just say I'm not even gonna say it, man. There's a team on here that's a little bit too high in my opinion. Yeah, I just want to see if you guys can point it out.
And I call bullshit on a lot going on in this.
I got two I call BS on right now, and one because we don't know what their QB situation is, and the other one is just because they changed their QB situation. Don't make them a top 10 in the AFC right now.
Yeah, and one of them got Kirk Cousins at quarterback and don't realize it.
So let's just go ahead and nip this in the bud right now. Jacksonville is not the fourth best damn team in the division, man. Matter of fact, they may not even be
the conference, bro.
Look, man. They may not even be the best team in the dumpster by the time the season is over with. People gotta understand. Jacksonville always does this. They had one winning season, and then they turn around and have 5 losing seasons. And they keep on giving them respect after every winning season. And what do the Titans do? Consistently win. And what do everybody else do? They consistently sit up and talk about, oh, the Titans are going to fall off. The Titans are going to be the worst team in their division, and they're going to have a top 3 draft pick. I'm like, dude, for real? I mean,
you think they learned by now?
Yeah, the hate is just ridiculous. And they say we're number 10 on this list, which, you know, like I already said, Jacksonville is not the fourth best team in this. In this,
somebody, like I said, somebody's a little too high on this list. I already knew when I first saw it. I said, "Yeah, they not the fourth best." No, they not better than the Dolphins. They not better than the Ravens. They are better than the Jets. Hell, if the Chargers was supposed to blow their ass out, let's be real, bro. In that playoff game, was they not supposed to blow their ass out, bro?
It should have, bro. They gave up that point spread. That's why you always finish the game out, bro. You play 4 quarters for a reason.
I don't think they better than Pittsburgh. I want to see them go up to Pittsburgh and beat them, man. These boys ain't did nothing, man. Like they crowning them just because they got a new quarterback that they don't understand. It's Kirk Cousins yet.
Bro, I just don't understand how they got the Dolphins above us when they don't even know if Tua's going to play this year, right? They go ahead and put the Jets above us when you don't even know what their situation is going to be like. And why the hell is the Steelers above us? They don't even know who their damn QB is going to be this year. Like
they believe in old Kenny Pickett.
It's crazy, bro. And you already know what it goes back to as far as Miami and New York. I mean, it's the big name acquisitions, and that's what the media do. That's what the media and casual fans do every year. I mean, they look at these teams who make all these splash signings and be like, oh, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. They're going to the Super Bowl or they're going to the conference championship game. When in reality, you don't know what they're going to do. I mean, we done seen teams throughout history stockpile players on their roster only for them not to make the playoffs.
Dream team, Eagles.
Yeah, you talking about the Eagles, the Denver Broncos this season. Remember, Denver Broncos supposed to easily win the division. They
act like that didn't happen though. They act like Denver didn't just fall completely off the tracks as soon as the season started.
Bro,
like what Jacksonville gonna do this season? Fall right off.
I'm gonna bring up this.
I can't wait, but I love that they loving this little division that was given to them. They got a division title that was literally given to them. They think they really doing something.
Yeah,
They're
bro.
just in the right place at the right time. That's why
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
worry about that team right there, because I know
yeah,
their history and they going back in the dumpster.
bro. Yeah.
Like they do every year.
And see, I'm gonna bring up this graphic too because it's right on point too with how they're talking about the disrespect and constantly putting us down, and not even realizing if you look on there, like the past 3 seasons combined record, Titans is top 4 right there. Like we got 30.
Mhm.
What is that? 30.
Damn, bro. Look who's that team out there in 14? What at
Oh,
13 and 37?
in
God,
the past
dog.
3 seasons,
Just pitiful. But
bruh. And they keep
but
counting
they're gonna do all these amazing things this year.
bruh.
Yeah, but they going to the Super Bowl. The division there.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence gonna be 2007 Tom Brady, and Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley gonna be Wes Walker and Randy Moss.
They got Calvin Ridley who ain't played.
In 2
They
years.
ain't played in 2 seasons, bro. And they want to. He top 5 receiver. Like, get out of here, bro. Like,
It's ridiculous.
they said
Man.
he gonna have 1,600 yards, bro.
Yeah.
They act like they picked up Randy Moss.
And the media know what they doing. I mean, they're going to put whatever narrative up out there that's going to grab the attention of their fan base, and they know sucking the Jags off is going to grab their fans' attention because they so dadgum thirsty to be better than the Titans that they'll believe anything.
Yes, facts.
That's straight facts, bro. They so thirsty, bro. Like they want to be better than us so bad. Like it's crazy.
Bro, they just wanted that Trevor Lawrence story. You know, he was coming out of college, first overall pick. They was excited about talking about him, this and that. And I think they was kind of disappointed that he went to Jacksonville and like they're just trying to force it. And bruh, it's not it. Trevor Lawrence ain't that thing yet. But they act like he's already. They done crowned him as like the best QB in the division and all this stuff. It's like, bro, he ain't even earned nothing yet.
They ain't earned nothing yet. And I've been said that, and I said that in the AFC South battle. People in there, I was like, so okay, you guys are they in there comparing this man to Peyton Manning. I was like, that's his first year. He threw the most interceptions in the NFL. Like that's not good. He was like, oh, it wasn't Trevor, it was Urban Meyer, and he's a rookie, and he got these receivers. I said, so you're not even gonna blame the dude that throwing the ball. I get Urban Meyer throwing them interceptions. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real here. Then I said, man, I was like, look, at this point in his career, you could compare him to Derek Carr. Like, and they was like, they were like, no, man, Peyton Manning. And I'm sitting there like, I'm like, look at Derek Carr's first 2 years in the league, man. And I pull up his stats. I pull up his stats, and I'm gonna pull up Trevor Lawrence stats. And Derek Carr has better numbers in his first 2 seasons than Trevor Lawrence, bro. He do. Hey, even in his second season, Derek Carr has better numbers than Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Let me see. Well, hold on. What did he say?
No, the Titans was talking about what Morocco said.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
I'm
yeah.
about to pull up this
Like,
like, bro. Y'all gonna be
people
blown
really
away the way they hyping that man, bro.
people
So
really be acting like Jacksonville was worse than the Titans at their best. I mean, look at how the Titans got to the Super Bowl. I mean, that was like the Jags' best season ever, and they never beat the Titans that season.
yeah,
So
they lost the Titans 3 straight times. So Derek Carr in his first season, he had 3,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 12 picks. That was his first season with the Raiders. His second season, he had 3,900 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 13 picks. Like bro, you can see it all. I mean, in first 2 years in the league, man, he was better, man. Trevor Lawrence, we're gonna go to this man's stats in a passing league, catered to passing. He had 3,000 yards his first season, 12 touchdowns, and 17 interceptions. In the second year, he had 4,000 yards, 25 TDs, and 8 picks. So, I mean, his second season was good. I can't hate on it. It was good. But Derek Carr better. He was better. So, me comparing him to Derek Carr is It's very similar.
I want to know the sack numbers too between those years as well, because like what Trevor Lawrence usually has the bad problem of doing is like when pressure hits, he will usually force balls into coverage, and I think that's what he went from year 1 to year 2 because how Jags play is that he instead of throwing those balls in tougher pressure, now he's just taking sacks more because you see him, he's getting sacked, hit every single game. So he's not quick with the ball getting out and whatnot. He's not quick with decision makings, but he has stopped turning that ball over. But he's taking long yard sacks a lot of times now too, instead of throwing interceptions.
Kirk Cousins in his first start was better.
And what makes me sick about that right there is people trying to throw out Trevor Lawrence first season in the league. You can't do that because it happened. I mean, y'all trying to eliminate a whole season of him sucking just to boost him up. I mean, that's ridiculous. And especially if Titan fans are doing it because they never give Tannehill the benefit of a doubt about anything. But here y'all go ready to say some dumb shit like, oh, he had Urban Myers his first season. Okay, shoot, he still sucked.
Yeah.
And he really sucked throughout the points some points last season. But I mean, he just was able to make plays because he had better coaching, but all that's on tape now too.
He had a good second season. I can't hate on that. That's a good second season. He said Lawrence, but this dude in here saying Lawrence is that dude. Like he hate the Jags, but easily the best. How?
How is he Matt a Clemson fan, man. Matt a Clemson fan. I mean,
I was about to say, I said, how is he easily the best? What does he do better than Tannehill?
Yeah, bro.
What does he do better than Tannehill that makes him easily the best? Like I get it. I get saying that he's the best quarterback, but how is he easily? Like, what does he do better? He don't do nothing better than him. Tannehill's faster. He has a stronger arm.
This is a sensitive subject for Matt, man. It's
Clemson
shit, man.
Yeah, look, this dude, like, look, put Daly at left tackle for Lawrence to see how his game look. Yeah, like he gonna look terrible. Like,
and Lawrence's second year wasn't even a good year. Like the last 2 months of his second year was a decent year, and even it wasn't even consecutive. It wasn't even the last 2 months. He had a couple games, then he had a couple bad games, then he had a couple good games. Like remember, like he was supposed to like go on that winning stretch and knock the Titans out, and then he couldn't even get that winning stretch at the end to make it last to the Titans' last one. All they had to do was win 2 games, and the Titans game wouldn't even matter. And they couldn't win 2 more games before seeing us again. So like. They had to come and win. And then he wasn't even leading that game against us. Like he was under pressure, wasn't playing good, never had control of the game. They never had to leave until the last 2 minutes of the game. So it's like he ain't really, they hyped up this last season because he had a couple of games where he threw like four touchdowns and over 400 yards and he looked good. But has he really done that in consecutive back-to-back games? Like, has he been doing that week in and week out, or did he do that for like maybe a good 3 weeks of 1 month and then one more week of 1 month and then one team fumbled the ball when they should have easily beat them by 24 points and the coach just didn't finish out the game? He's getting a lot more credit than
he didn't even look impressive when he played us. Even when they blew us out, I never just said, man, he's impressive. This quarterback is on, but no, I didn't see that. He just was on a better team. You know what I'm saying? Like they just played better that day. Even the second game, he was making all type of mistakes. This is the biggest game of they lives. You know what I'm saying? He's making all type of mistakes. Then he get in the playoffs and he threw all them interceptions. Like, I mean, get it, they wound up winning that game, but it just seemed like the Chargers was not trying to put them away. Like, I'm like, dude, put them away. Like, run the ball. Take the time on the clock. Like, them boys kept slinging it. I was like, okay, yeah, they're going to come back.
Yeah.
And I love how they acting like the Chargers ain't notorious for choking in the postseason or just choking, period. I mean, the Chargers historically are choke artists. And they boosted up Jacksonville, like Jacksonville really done something special. I mean, they didn't do anything special to me. I mean, they got into the playoffs and won the game. Oh, fucking K. I mean, you won your first playoff game in 15 damn years, man. I mean, kudos to you, but you don't get no stripes off of beating the Chargers.
So why come they didn't do that same thing when Mariota beat the Chiefs and when we came back and beat them? But what's the difference? Oh,
Yeah.
it's because it's Trevor Lawrence. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see how it's
Damn
real
sure.
biased? It sounds real biased, man. We've done stuff that they've already done, but they getting more hype for it because they did it. Like,
Yeah, they damn sure didn't put Mariota on no pedestal after he did
yeah,
that in Kansas City.
No.
But Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be an elite quarterback this year because he beat the Chargers in a playoff game.
nah, but they told me they went toe to toe with the Chiefs. Like, no, they didn't. Go back and watch that
Man,
game.
look.
Patrick Mahomes got hurt, and
They
Chad Henne was lighting them up. Like, y'all not good, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, they were letting little Pacheco run them over, man. I mean, they were
yeah.
never going to win that game. I mean, it was one of them things like, okay, the scoreboard is saying one thing, but you could look at that game and tell Kansas City was not worried about any damn Jacksonville.
No, not at all.
Yeah, he said the media always ranks teams by last year's record without watching the film. They'll rank a team that barely won games by bad calls and one field goal, but they are top 10. No, didn't they get blown out by the Lions? And this was, they got beat 40-14. Like, what? I can't wait till the season start, bro.
And they still can't win the game in Indianapolis.
Yeah, they lost to Indianapolis with Matt Ryan.
after shutting them out the first game.
They lost to the Houston Texans, bro. They lost to the I'm talking about the extra sorry Texans. The Texans we beat almost swept with Malik Willis. They almost lost to the Texans with me. That we almost swept with Malik Willis barely throwing for 100 yards, bro. Them Texans. But they a top 10 team.
They give them too much credit, man.
They just won the AFC. Boy, they finna get exposed, bro. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah. Especially like I always said too, bro. Once people got film on you of what you actually want to do and you succeeding at it, if you can do it year 2, that's when we know that you're good. Anybody can do it with 1 year when people ain't really truly expecting it. So now we see what the Jags want to do and how they want to use Trevor Lawrence in a positive way. It's easy to start taking that stuff away once we know how to film. I trust in Mike Vrabel, man. He's a smart coach. He's a good coach. He's going to get these players figured out, bro. He was the one player on the Patriots during that time frame that figured out Tom Brady when nobody else did or knew, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you look at look at the second game. I felt like he figured them out.
Fix that.
Mm-hmm.
They offense didn't beat us.
Yeah, all you got to do, all teams gonna do this year. I mean, it's Doug Peterson. And we know who would have been an MVP under Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz. All teams are going to do is treat Trevor Lawrence just like they treated Carson Wentz when Carson Wentz came back after that injury. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I can't do it with that guy. He, at best, he'll probably be a top 15 quarterback. But all this elite foolishness and the Jags are going to make this kind of leap because they got Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley and Travis Etienne. I mean, they got to play defense too, y'all. That's what y'all failing to realize. They got to play defense. And who do they have up over there on defense outside of Josh Allen? You can't name anybody because they don't have anybody. They ain't going to go out there and score 50 points a damn game.
Didn't they have the number 1 draft pick, Trayvon Walker? What did he do?
Non-existent.
Bruh.
Non-existent. You see they fans got up on here that one episode with us and was shaking their head about the dude.
Yeah.
Bro, facts.
And I don't sit up and worry about Jacksonville. I don't sit up and worry about nobody else's team outside of our team.
I just like
that's
roasting,
what I be
man.
trying to tell.
They're the funniest team to roast, man, because they really think they.
I mean, it's funny.
Powerhouse. Hey, that's why I just be laughing. I be like, bro, like, and we ain't talking about what they done in the past. We talk about what they did this season. You know what I'm saying? They're not like. They didn't even have a good year. Like a 9-8 is not good because when we were going 9-7, Colt and Texan fans were telling us we wasn't good. They were, oh, you guys are mediocre, 9-7. If we going 9-7 mediocre, what is it when they go 9-8? What are they?
Exactly.
You feel me? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You got to
I
call a
don't
spade a spade.
Nah,
exactly.
I'm just keeping it a bean. I'm keeping it a bean. If we going 9-7, we went 9-7 with 3 years in a row, and I'm like, those are winning seasons. Nah, man, 9-7 is mediocre, and you guys one loss away from being 8-8, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. So what are the Jaguars if they get one loss? They 8-9. You guys still giving them the same hype if they go 8-9?
Bro, they just want to hype them up for any reason at all. That's the biggest thing is that they just want the Jags to be it. They they want something just to spark to finally hit. Bro, they've been trying to have the Jags a thing for the longest. The
Yeah.
longest since the Jalen Ramsey days. They've been trying to make the Jags something and they just don't live up to the media's expectations. It's like for whatever reason they want the Colts and they want the Jags to be the runners of the AFC South. For whatever reason, they always keep pushing that, and they've been burnt out too many times on the Colts. So now they're about to ride that Jags train for a little bit. And even once we do start running up this year as Titans, they're going to doubt us. They're going to still be praising the Jags. They're going to give them excuses until it's the very last moment in the playoffs, and they're going to have to be forced to give us our credit. And you can just see that's going to be hurting their souls and spirits to be talking about the Titans on national TV.
Well, we know what time it is with the Colts, man. I mean, you got Jim Irsay up over there paying off the media to talk good about them. And then with Jacksonville, like I said earlier, I mean, they just sucking off Jacksonville just because they know their fans that get on board with it and start watching ESPN. Because I can only imagine how much sports radio or ESPN or Fox, FX1 Jags fans actually watch when they losing. They probably don't even turn on the TV when they losing. Don't want to talk about football when they losing. I mean, we see what they fans do online when they losing. I mean, they non-existent.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got some
Okay.
some technical
got some type
issues
of
going on.
background.
All right, let me see.
Milestone.
Hey. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
We in there like swimwear.
Is there anything
Cameron
else we
did
want to
well.
touch up on? We went on Jag. I'm tired of talking about them little kitty cats out there in Florida, man. You know what I'm saying? What else we got to talk about out here, man?
Yeah, let's move on, man. I mean, we can talk about our quarterback situation. I mean, the quarterback situation between Malik Willis and Will Levis, because if you talk about all three, I mean, it ain't nothing to talk about. Tannehill's the guy. Either you hate it or love it.
Yeah, I think Malik Willis, if he keeps this up, he's going to be quarterback number 2. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was the plan coming in, but I mean, as of right now, I just think Malik Willis, he has a year ahead of Will Levis. So, I didn't believe in Will Levis in the first place. But anyway, but like I said, he has a year up on Will Levis. You know what I'm saying? He's I feel like he's got comfortable in Mike Vrabel. He's gotten comfortable with the system. He's gotten comfortable with just being in that culture of the Tennessee Titans. And you see he's already starting to mature as a person, as a quarterback, you know what I'm saying? And being a leader, man, he's a different guy this year. And it's kind of the same with Burst. I mean, he's probably not gonna he's not gonna get the opportunity to shine like Burst is gonna get. But it's kind of like Burst. It's like it took him a year to get his butt whooped. And, you know what I'm saying, a couple times for him to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? He got an off season to think about it. And I feel like that's what Malik Willis is on right now. And hopefully the same thing happens with Will Levis next year. So we'll see.
Yeah, because I'm kind of with you too. Like I don't know what they was kind of hoping with this Will Levis situation. Maybe they was thinking that Will Levis was going to come out here and outbeat Malik, and Malik then showed up and did. Because I mean, he's impressed me this offseason. We're going to see how it actually translates to on field because practice and all that stuff is different. But you have been putting in the right foot forward and taking the right steps to be everything we're asking you to be as a Titans QB, whether it's being the number 2 or trying to step up to number 1. You're taking the job serious. You're staying in Tennessee. You're working with QBs all off season. You're working on your technique. You're working on your craft. You're building muscle. So we can see you're taking serious. So that's the good thing. I think the positive of this situation might be that Will Levis and Malik both step up. And then we're going to have a situation kind of where, San Francisco and New England did a couple of years ago where we got 2 QBs we can trade one away in a market that's very high and get a bunch of draft capital or even get a player we might need as a missing piece later on. But hopefully Will Levis and Malik come up and they're both good, and we're stuck in a decision like which one do we let go of and which one do we trade off and get a bunch of value for. So, but I'm kind of rooting for Malik in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to listen to what they've been saying about Malik throughout the off season. I mean, they're not just out here, saying the regular old, coach speak stuff or
Yeah.
whatever. No, I mean, the players are telling everybody, look, this guy is different in the huddle. I mean, the plays are coming out quicker. The ball is coming out quicker. He's more decisive. I mean, those are all of the problems that Malik Willis went through last season. And for him to come in here this offseason and have those issues under control, I mean, that right there is a good sign. And they keep on telling us how coachable he is. And I think that's something that a lot of fans don't give him credit for him being coachable, because every player ain't coachable. I mean, some players get out there, they think what they're doing is right and everything the coach is saying is wrong, or they can't, take heed to what the coach is telling them to do. And Malik is able to do all of that. And it's no surprise that he's looking better than Will Levis right now, because regardless of where he came from, he still played a year in this league before Will Levis. Now, I think the real test is going to come next year when Will Levis has a year up under him, and they right there neck and neck with each other.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Oh man, hey man, I appreciate it, Ty Fox. Hey man, I see. I bought a Bayer jersey. I think I can't remember. It was back whenever it was when Mariota was at quarterback. Man, I wound up buying his jersey. I think this was the first Titans jersey that I bought, because I seen the potential in Bayer. Like, I think it was that Cleveland game. Man, he had 3 interceptions in a game. I said, yeah, that dude is a problem. Like,
Yeah. He
ever
wasn't
since
even
then,
supposed
man, this jersey ain't did nothing but good for me.
Yeah, bro. Like that was the thing about Byard. Like we drafted him, and like he wasn't even supposed to be like a role player, somebody to come out. Like he shocked all of us. Came out in that rookie year, and I think that rookie year he led the whole NFL in interceptions. Right? Like
Yeah,
he
it
had
was
a
something
lot of
crazy like that.
interceptions. Yeah. So like he came out of Middle Tennessee, came out of the middle of nowhere and shocked everybody and has been on here. That's why I was like, bro, he can't, like he's been Tennessee forever, bro. He can't leave Tennessee.
Yeah.
You got to be here. Y'all figure out that situation with him in the contract, man. Y'all got to figure that out.
They won me over on Bayard before Bayard even played a down of football for the Titans. I mean, when players get drafted, I go back, I do my research on these guys, and something that one of his coaches said stuck out to me. And what he said was, that guy's in the field room like no other player he's ever saw before. And to me, that said, this guy isn't just relying on his, physical abilities to make plays. No, he's relying on what he sees on film. And when you see players that do that, man, those are the players who, are playing at a higher level than everybody else out there on the field.
No, definitely.
Facts. Absolute facts.
But yeah, man, we can go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. It was a good show. Like I said, we still trying to get it acclimated to these Fridays, and once you keep on sticking with us, man, I know it's a new time. We're on a new schedule now, so y'all, y'all bear with us. Is there anything you guys else want to say?
Nah, just mark your schedules for Fridays. We're gonna be coming on. We're gonna have more. It's the off season right now. Not too much going on. They don't ever talk too much, but training camp's about to pick up. Preseason's about to pick up, so it's about to be a lot going on, a lot of topics. So y'all make sure y'all like the video. You turn on the notification bells and subscribe, so every time we're going live, because this is gonna be a good, great, hectic season for the Titans in a good way. So y'all be ready.
No, definitely. Morocco, anything you want to say?
Yeah, man. I just want to tell the people once again, thank you for joining us on this beautiful Friday night. Man, we gonna keep this thing rocking for y'all, man. It's only gonna get bigger and better, man. And also too, I want to throw out the y'all make sure y'all go give StreamYard permission to show y'all names. Y'all wonder why you pop up as Facebook user. You got to give StreamYard permission to your Facebook, and I'll actually post it in the comments again for y'all to see. Y'all go to that link and just simply click on whatever they tell you to click on, and boom, you in there.
Definitely. We're gonna play the one video, the make moves video, and we're gonna go ahead and hit that outro out for y'all, man. But yeah, man, like I said, tune in with us, man. We're gonna keep this thing rocking, and tune with us next week.
People underestimate how good a coach Mike Vrabel is, bro.
They do it every year, man. They underestimate our physicality. They underestimate what a run game, elite run game can do to you. They underestimate what our defense is. They do it every single season. They just think they see Tannehill and our little receiving core and think that we just not gonna win nothing.
People gotta understand as well. I mean, everybody wants to win the Super Bowl. It's a process to get there. When you on a mission or whatever, I mean, you set goals. That's why I always mention, hey man, we need to worry about winning this division, get to the playoffs. Ain't nobody selling for mediocrity. All that foolishness y'all say.